it wouldn't say it was dead.
Put it down like a dead bug.
Yeah, I did. I did. Because it took 20 years for it to be like, oh yeah, no, the game's not working.
Don't narrate everything you're doing.
Don't put the game to sleep like an adult. Put it to sleep like a dog.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I released that strategy. I was using apparently 90% of my memory.
This isn't from VC.
I might have was a bug.
Come.
Yep, go ahead.
I want to avoid carnage.
Yeah, it's loading.
It gets to mod like 23 out of 28, and it lags for like 5.
Yep.
So true.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't lag.
For the
Come
Vivas,
on.
the light, actually, do you want to put the lights below that bar? Because even in the Vivas, in the front row, I cannot see the top bar.
What if I click if the server mods detect tab doesn't go away?
Wherever you want, Marco. Just choose. No, get away.
Before that happens, how do I get rid of it? We get download.
If you need to avoid the crash.
So, by that logic, are you allowed to use it like literally right when you start the race? Because usually the first corner, yeah, you put the first corner.
Like, not if you think there's gonna be an accident. Like, just if you really need to avoid someone.
What race are we on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not in race 1, am I?
Can you guys hear me?
Wait, it's on the record. I'm gonna
Yeah.
18 to be exact.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, a little bit delayed, 7 minutes, not as bad as last week. We're going to get ready, get set, 4-lap race today. 19 entrants, a lot of the big hitters were not able to make it today, such as Turbo and Elisao from last week. Haddock with the, lead from the outside, Creeper clips the tires on the inside, not a good start from Creeper. Very stacked heat here for the first race. Marco able to make it in, a lot of new faces here today. Marco goes Joker, there's Joker there on the right. Here on the industrial, again, the industrial map from Texas. But on a different course than the preseason event. So back in the Texas oil fields, but a little bit different layout. A lot of bit different layout, in fact. Probably the most pavement of the entire series. I know Creeper's been talking about that all week. As usual, it's been the front-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive debate. But at the moment, it seems like the rear-wheel drive SBR4 is out and away. I think the pavement and the hairpins will definitely favor rear-wheel drive today, but we shall see. Great Matt leading front-wheel drive, leading petrol front-wheel drive car from last week. Putting pressure on Creeper. Unfortunately, Elisao from, or Zukova, same person, different name. They go under. The person who did really, really well in the electric Vivas last week is not going to be here this week. So it looks like Marco gets Great Matt. Great Matt might not have as good a handling here on the pavement. So that's Marco now leading front-wheel drive car. We'll see what he can do to try and catch Creeper. Great Matt looks like he's not terribly slow, but just didn't have a good Joker, perhaps. We'll tab the Creeper, see how he's doing, trying to catch Haddock. Very fast track today, but not a lot of opportunities to make big mistakes. So you should just kind of see gaps. Oh, as I say that, Haddock clips the tires. Not a lot of opportunities. That is really the one opportunity there. That Joker entry is pretty sketchy. That's unfortunate for Haddock. Leading the race, clips the tires. Easy mistake to make. So that is now going to promote Creeper into the effective lead. So that is Creeper leading, followed by the 2 front-wheel drive cars. Creeper out of the final corner. Final lap now. See if Creeper can get through the Joker nice and clean as we'll tab back to... Takes it nice and slow. We'll tab back to Great Matt as he puts pressure on Marco. Marco with the big send into turn 1. That's not going to work in a front-wheel drive car. That promotes Great Matt through, so it's going to be Creeper, then Great Matt. Great Matt's closer to Creeper than I perhaps would have expected. Risky move there from Creeper. So that's going to be Creeper with the win from race 1, followed by Great Matt. With Huggo doing a Q in the middle of the race. My gosh. New driver he is, and been causing some issues. But that is okay. He's just getting used to the system. So that is Creeper with the win, followed by Great Matt, followed by Marco. Unfortunate there from Haddock, leading most of the way, and makes a mistake. But that is your race 1. We'll get on to race 2 now.
When I do a jump, yeah, that was the flow.
That impact.
All right, here we are. First 5-man race of the day. Mostly front-wheel drive, except for Stealth there in the white Miramar. We're gonna get ready, get set, and go. Hugga is struggling with FPS, so he doesn't even have the light spawned. Looks like he might have stalled as well. It's unfortunate for him. Stealth off to the lead. Hobnob behind in the front-wheel drive Pessima. The longest wheelbase of the front-wheel drive cars. Good move there from him. Oh, risky Joker. Wow, that was ballsy. He almost just wrecked himself on Stealth. That was, wow, that was bold. Orion now putting pressure on Stealth in the gas-powered Vivas. The only gas-powered Vivas, I do believe. Doing stewarding duties mid-commentary. There we go. Just making sure everyone can concentrate. So Stealth maintains his lead. Seems Chirpa has already crashed out somehow. It's unfortunate for him. Not having such a good day. Looks like Orion is going to come up behind. No, next to Corny. Good exit from Orion. That is now Orion following Hobnob. So Hobnob now the effective leader for those who have jokered. I'm not sure if Corny has or has not yet. And then they are both chasing down Stealth. We'll see if Stealth can joker and come out ahead of these two. They both look like they were equal pace to Stealth, so if they can put down some good laps, they might be able to make it happen. But Stealth seems to have a little bit too big of a gap. But we shall see. Stealth goes joker now. Big jump there from Stealth. So Stealth looks like he's gonna come out in the lead just barely. Maintain status quo of where everybody was at. Orion's still putting pressure on Hobnob though, and it's gonna be white flag this time by. Big dive there from Orion. Good move. A little bit of side-to-side contact, but nothing out of the outside the limits of the rulebook. See if Hobnob now can get a cutback. What a cutback there from Hobnob. Side by side out of the hairpin. Down to the second hairpin. Let's see if he gets another one here. Hobnob wide entry, trying to get the run on exit. Not quite going to have it. Beautiful move there from Orion down into turn 1 and to make it stick as well. See if there's anything Hobnob can do. Good run from him on exit, but looks like it's going to be Orion getting the edge over Hobnob. And Stealth, of course, out in the lead in the rear-wheel drive Miramar. So that's going to be Stealth, followed by Orion, followed by Hobnob with the start-finish. Now you can just see it. And then behind, going to be Corny coming out of the final corner now, and Chirpa, who already disconnected. So those are your finishers for heat number 2. And Chirpa has apparently left VC as well. So, yep, that is unfortunate, but fortunate for everybody. Clean race for that one. Get on to the next heat. Okay, here we go. Third heat of the day. We're going to get ready. Get set. Oh, jump for Septanos. There we go. Okay. Oh, Lawrence says wait. Jump there from Septanos. So what that means is that he's going to have to take 2 jokers on the day. Okay, Lawrence is now ready. We're going to get ready. Get set. And go, go, go for second heat of the day. Septanos very careful not to jump that time. Oh, contact there. Lawrence stays on the track. I wasn't sure if he's going to take the exit lane there. You can if you don't gain time. Eddie up the inside of Halfbaked, despite the appearances. These are not... Oh, that was a late joker from Septanos. Despite appearance, these two are not teammates. They just have similar color cars. Side-by-side battle now between Eddie and Septanos. Eddie, good driver from limited or from open 4-wheel drive the first Rallycross season we did. Hasn't quite shown the same pace in limited 2-wheel drive, but currently in the lead, so he might have found his mojo. Something with the setup or maybe just the track he likes for this week. So Eddie now out in the lead ahead of Halfbaked. Lawrence behind that. Halfbaked putting pressure on Eddie though. Oh, Eddie almost in the wall there. Saves it. It's going to give a run to Halfbaked. Halfbaked up the inside in the very stock looking Miramar. Very pretty car. Shout out Halfbaked too. He's the guy who made the thumbnail. Well, he made the picture for the thumbnail. I added the text, but the picture he took I used for the thumbnail. So shout out to him for taking the picture and letting me use it. Lawrence takes joker behind Eddie as well. So now it is going to be a battle to see who jokers when. We're going to tab to the field, see how... Looks like Thunderbolt is... He's overpowered to wait a little bit too, I'll let him know. I think his tuning might not have saved, but certainly doesn't look like it's helping him out at the moment. Septanos... Looks like his car isn't too damaged, just spun when he hit the tires, but that's about it. Lawrence still putting pressure on Eddie there. Jump back now with Eddie. So we'll see if Eddie can put down some laps to get ahead of Halfbaked once Halfbaked jokers, but Halfbaked stays out on track. As we're now on lap 2 or 3 out of 4. My chat was just lagging behind. Lawrence looks like he ran a little bit deep into that corner, locked him up. Easy to do into the 2 tarmac hairpins. Most of the Rallycross tracks I've made have not had this much tarmac on it, so it's a little bit different here for the championship to have this much tarmac. I'm not against it. It's definitely more akin to most European Rallycross tracks to have this much tarmac. And certainly for the next 04 wheel drive Rallycross season in the fall, I'll be adding some more European style tracks, because I know a lot of the original Rallycross fans and people from other countries that are competing want to see more European style tracks that they see in their home countries. As Halfbaked comes out of the joker, looks like Halfbaked's going to be able to keep it. So Halfbaked followed by Eddie. Eddie's pulled away from Lawrence, and then Septanos in the very pink BX back there. So Halfbaked maintains the lead as we head on to the final joker section, last lap of the race. Up over the jump, big banked final corner, flat out in most cars. Halfbaked for the win, Eddie in second. We'll hop out now. We got Lawrence in the very quiet microwave in third, and then Septanos in fourth. Unfortunately, Monte Carlo, oh yeah, he's still there, but does not look like he's having a very good time. Might have to give him the tune that Claiming used for round 1. All right, another illness or not being available or something strikes again. Britannian not able to be here. Raven looks like he's going to be a little bit back from the start line. We're going to get ready, get set, and go. Good start from Raven on the outside, considering he's the only front-wheel drive car in the heat. Good start from Cryo as well. Cryo did not have such a good race in round number 1, but seems to be doing a little bit better, at least so far today. 2 Jokers, so Planey and Cryo in the Joker for the first time of asking. Looks like one might be peaking a little bit too. I'll turn that down for the second round of heats. But GoMan now holds the lead. GoMan woke up this morning throwing up, but he was thankfully able to make it. Originally, he was not so sure if he was going to, but happy to see him out here. So that is GoMan now pulling away from Raven. Let's see if Raven can hold on to it ahead of Planey. Planey, one of the surprise talents of round 1, that's the way I'd put it. He did very, very, very well. I believe he's one of the only guys running a stock config too. Him and Raven might be as well. I think him, Raven, and Cryo, funnily 3 people in this heat. By stock config, what I mean is I make some for everybody to use, just so that people don't have to spend time building a car. And Planey's in the Miramar that I built, and it's good to see it doing pretty well. Looks like the tires might be overheating a tad, but that never really sinks very well, so who knows what it's looking like on his end. Good livery here from Planey. I do like the livery he made. Looks like he had to replace the door at some point. As GoMan and Raven continue to lead, I don't believe either of them has jokered. GoMan out with a stellar lead. The SBR4 definitely seems quick. Seems like an SBR4 track, to be fair, with all the pavement and the acceleration zones. Let's see if Planey can get Raven here. Raven into the deep corner. That's going to be Planey out ahead. Raven's going to have the run, though. But not close enough this time by. So now the question will just be if Planey can put down a good enough lap to catch GoMan. I'm thinking not, but you never really know here. Onto the final lap now for GoMan. GoMan part of Team Daisun, one of their members, Otters, as well, not able to make it today. So, Team Daisun's down to 2 today, between GoMan and Haddock. As Planey gets close to GoMan, but not quite able to do anything about it. Planey, the bush sometimes can grab you. I was worried he was going to spin into those tires, but he's good. So it's going to be GoMan with another win for the SBR. Oh no, Haddock was leading and he was going to win, but then he crashed. So that's the first win for the SBR4 today. Planey in second. Planey finding tires. Raven in third. And here comes Cryo through the final corner in fourth. I-Series does not seem to be suiting Cryo very well. There's your first round of heats. We will get shortly into the second round. As always, if you have any questions or concerns on the broadcast, let me know. I will be looking at chat more today than I did round 1. All right, back with the second round of heats. Heat number 1. We're going to get ready, get set, and we are off and away. Good clean start there from everybody. Outside start from Planey. Risky strategy, but it looks like it's going to pay off for him. Side by side now between the two Miramars, down towards turn number 1. Had to think about my numbers there for a second. Orion looks to the left. Good, smart call from Planey going Joker early. Let's get a good look at how much longer the Joker is. A little bit extra dirt too on the lap. So if your car's good on dirt, you might be able to make some extra time up in the Joker. Hop on board with Marco now. Properly on board. Only JC Jensen car left after open four-wheel drive. Everybody else has either gone to Team Microwave or in Otter's case, Team Daisun. Oh, Marco into the tires. I think that was just on the broadcast and a little bit laggy. Again, we have people from the US, UK, all over Europe. I think even some, I don't know if we have anybody from Asia today, but sometimes we do. So the ping can get pretty bad. I know just in this race, Creeper's German, Orion is Chicagoan, Marco, I'm not sure. I think Eastern Europe somewhere, but I'm not 100% on that. And then Planey as well. I think he's British, but I'm not sure. But I do very much like the Vivas here of Orion. Good looking car for sure. I like everybody's cars, honestly. All of the limited two-wheel drive cars are pretty fun. It's fun to see something that's much more production based and much more stock, really, competing out here and seeing how it can do. Let's see if Orion goes Joker this lap or if it will continue to only be Planey. I'm not sure where Planey is ended up. Oh, he's still here. It looks like Planey. Oh, yeah, Planey's broken his front right suspension. Must have run wide at some point. That's unfortunate for Planey. He had a good run round 1 and good run today. Good news for him, though, is we don't have enough people to have knockouts after the heats, so everyone gets into the semis today. As Orion and Creeper have not jokered. So it might still give a chance to Marco in the background, but I sincerely doubt it. They both go Joker. Creeper known for missing Jokers, so it's good to see him not miss out on one. Plenty of lead here, and that's kind of how it should work in these races. The Creeper leader of the championship, as usual, honestly, as we saw in open four-wheel drive. So Creeper leading the championship gets the easiest round of heats, which should only allow him to extend his championship lead, which is how it should work with the qualifying seeding bracket. So that is going to be Creeper for the win again. See if he can put together another perfect weekend. Followed by Orion. And then around the final corner is going to be Marco. Unfortunately, Planey with the damaged suspension. He's still going, but not able to do much about it. So there's your finishing order for the first heat, the second round of heats. We will get on to Heat 2B now. All right, here we are for the second round, or second heat of the second round. So heat 2B, we're going to get ready. Oh, I didn't realize he wasn't there. We're gonna get ready. Oh, that doesn't count. Alright, we're going to get ready, get set, and go. That was just my bad. I couldn't see him from my side of the grid, so I turned on the lights without him being ready. Good start though from him still, even with all the chaos. Good start from Halfbaked as well. Bad start from Septanos considering his rear-wheel drive. Good move there into turn 1 though on Corny. Septanos running some very interesting camber in his front end. I think he might be running low caster, a lot of camber, which is definitely interesting. You can see a little less camber this week. He was running a lot of camber for the preseason event, and I was kind of criticizing him. I was like, hey, I don't know if that's going to work, and then he went out and ran like third all day. So it did work, and it was just an interesting setup choice from him. Seems he's dialed it back a little bit though this week. Less technical of a track than the initial preseason event. And I didn't really take note of how much camber he ran last week at Red Rock either. Red Rock was the simplest track of the calendar. This one's kind of middle of the road in terms of complexity. Septanos though putting pressure on Halfbaked. Not a great start from him, but it's been a great second phase of the race. If I was him, I might have gone Joker there, but I guess he was hoping Halfbaked might Joker. Looks to the inside of Halfbaked now. Might just get it done on track. All that's doing though is it's going to slow these guys down to allow the Pessima of Hobnob to claw back time. So if these two start fighting, that's going to make Hobnob very excited and hopeful that they are going to slow each other down. So that is something to look out for as the race progresses. Septanos though still putting pressure on Halfbaked. Maybe he's just hoping Halfbaked will make a mistake. We'll see if either of them go Joker this time. Septanos backs off, might be going Joker. No, neither of them go Joker just yet. So they're both saving it for the last lap as they get into a battle. This is only going to help out Hobnob there in the Pessima. As mentioned before, longest wheelbase front-wheel drive car, but that might be helping around a track like this. A little bit more stable on the tarmac, a little bit less twitchy, so to speak, than the Covettes. So that is going to be good for Hobnob as Septanos and Halfbaked maintain side by side. Septanos now gets ahead, but they both still have their Joker to take, don't forget. Septanos runs a little bit wide. See if he's able to maintain the pace. Halfbaked has to get out of it. It's going to allow Septanos a bigger run down the front straight. We'll jump back now with Hobnob as he is hoping to get the position on strategy as they both go Joker ahead. Oh, it's going to be close on exit. Here we go. Hobnob keeps it clean, runs it wide. Let's see if Septanos is going to have the run. No, he does not. So that's going to be a great strategy call from Hobnob. Joker's early, runs in clean air. Clean air can do a lot for you in terms of pace. So if he can hold it on, I think that is going to be the strategy of the weekend, perhaps, to get himself the heat victory. Of course, still don't know with another heat left to run and another final, or semifinals and finals as well. So that is Hobnob with the victory. Not going to say it too soon, as Septanos is a good run to the final corner. That's Hobnob with the victory. Septanos second, Halfbaked third. Very close race between those three, and then Corny in fourth. We will now get on to our final heat of the day. All right, ready for heat number 3 of the second round. I lied earlier. This is the second to last heat of the day. We got both SBR4s. The old Legrand from the preseason event is now being used again by our man Monte Carlo, Thunderbolt in game. So we're going to get ready, get set. Oh, jump from Eddie. That's unfortunate. All right. Oh. They're going. They I should have said it. Eddie jumped the starts. We're resetting. that was entertaining. Hey, they were ready. That was a long hold, but they were ready. Can't fault them on that. Alright, now we are going to get ready, get set, and go. Oh, lagging behind. Oh, contact there in turn 1 to the back of Goman. Able to save it. Eddie's gonna have to take 2 jokers. Monte Carlo now looking much more competitive in that Legrand as he might get into the back of Eddie, but everyone maintains. Eddie takes his first joker immediately. Good call from him. Looks like Monte Carlo has followed him in. So we'll now go on board with Raven as he chases down both SBR4s. SBR4s look very, very quick here at this track. I think this circuit is basically designed for the SBR4 strengths. Paved corners and a lot of acceleration zones. That's where this car is going to excel. You can see right there just how much time Raven loses because not only is he sideways, which isn't the most ideal strategy, but just as the front wheels hit the tarmac, they're not able to grab the same way rear wheels are because of the way the weight transfers to the rear. Especially with the SBR4, they're 40% weight on the front, 60 on the rear because they're rear engine cars. So it's a big advantage here for these cars. But with that said, they don't have anywhere near the suspension travel as some of the other vehicles, so they really struggle on bumpier tracks and gravel circuits, as we saw at Red Rock. Eddie able to get ahead of Raven, but remember Eddie still has to take another joker because he jumped the start. So Raven now is in effective 3rd place, even though Eddie is ahead of him and they both jokered. Eddie has another joker to take. So it's going to be a battle of Team Daisun honors for the lead as Haddock leads Goman. Goman, one of the star modders of the group. He's helped us make the engine tuning mod, and also you can see the blanking plates he made for his team. Haddock, star livery creator, he made the liveries for his team. Good to see these cars out front because they do look very nice and they look very much like a real rallycross car. As we see there, Goman getting out ahead of Raven and the Joker. But interestingly, Team Daisun splitting up the strategy, so if Goman can put in a good lap here on 3 out of 4, last lap Haddock Jokers might see a change in the lead, but it's going to require a very good lap here from Goman. So we'll hop on board with our open 4-wheel drive champion from last season. While we have a little bit more of a boring race too, let me check YouTube chat. Nobody has been saying anything. That's good. That means the broadcast isn't on fire and that nothing has gone horribly wrong. As Haddock comes out of the Joker ahead, a little bit sideways, but still going to be able to maintain the lead. So it's going to be Haddock followed by Goman for this heat, but Team Daisun has got to be happy. 1-2 for their 2 cars out here. It's going to be an uphill battle for them for the championship at this point. However, this is going to be a good start. Current team championship leaders is Team Ichiban, by the way, of Creeper Stealth, Halfbaked, and Chrome. Chrome not here today, but Creeper Stealth and Halfbaked are the Miramars. Planey is not on their team, so 3 out of the 4 Miramars. But there is Haddock, followed by Goman, followed by Raven, then Eddie, and then Monte Carlo. You can see him going over the jump there. We'll wait for him this time. He had a little bit of a better time in this Legrand, as he beeps to say hello. I doubt he's watching the broadcast, but that'd be pretty funny if he is. Although he keeps beeping, so maybe he is watching the broadcast. Hello if you are, Monte Carlo. I think his game might be lagging a little bit. You can see him rubber banding. So that is your top 5 for that race, as we will now get into the last heat of the day. now it is officially time for the final heat of the day. Right on track timing-wise, that is good to see. We're going to get ready, get set, revs come up, and we're gonna go. Good start there from Cryo. In the intermission there, he's talking about how he's not the biggest fan of this car, but seems to be good on the starts at least. Maybe if you put a little tuning work into it, maybe I think the rear sway bar might be too soft. Maybe the front's too soft. There's just something about it looks very boaty. So maybe a little bit of tuning might be able to get that thing dialed in. It might help them between rounds. I like helping people out with their tuning just to make their cars more competitive. Especially the unique cars like the Legrands and the I-Series. With all that said, that is 3... I mean, I get the electric Vivas of Lawrence is pretty unique. But the not unique, but very fast Miramar of Stealth out in the lead, and then Great Matt as well. The Corvette, not the most unique, but he's probably the most competitive Corvette driver. Still though, it's good to see so many different shapes and engine combos out on the grid. I believe Cryo might be the only inline 6. Everybody else is an inline 4 or electric, or flat 4. Great Matt goes Joker now, but we have some turbos, some NA. A little bit of variety here. Great Matt though, going Joker early to get some clean air. So Joker on lap 2 out of 4 here for him. Try to get out from behind the electric toaster. And then they're microwave racing. That's what they are. It's an electric microwave. Microwave racing running the Vivasses. The electric Vivasses, I should say. Orion running the turbo Vivas is his own entity. Stealth out in the lead though for Team Ichiban. Team Ichiban currently the championship leaders in the team's championship. As Lawrence goes Joker now to cover off Great Matt. We'll see if it works out for him. Great Matt able to come through. Looks like that's a good strategy call from Great Matt, being caught up behind Lawrence and now being ahead. If he can put in the lap time now, might be able to even get Stealth. So that's what we got to look out for at this point. Is can Great Matt put in good enough laps to go ahead and pass Stealth, who is currently the leader. Stealth goes Joker over there, far away. I think he's going to be able to get out well in the lead, but we shall see. Yeah, here he comes out of the lead now. That's going to be big lead here from Stealth. Those Ribble Drive Miramars seem to be hooked up. Team Ichiban has some ballast in the back trunk, and completely legally between rounds, they're able to adjust the weight forward and back, or basically forward and back, because they can remove weight from the rear or not, and then they can take away or add power depending on how much weight they add. So they have a lot of modularity with their setup, which I think is very, very clever from them. One of the advantages of the Miramar is it does have a separate trunk. Someone like the Great Matt would have to find a solution to just bolt it down. Or just, I mean, you can change your fuel level too to just change the weight. That works too. That is a win for Stealth with the Ichiban Miramar, followed by Great Matt in the Corvette. Behind that, the electric microwave of Lawrence, and then Cryo coming across the line now in the Vivas. In the Vivas? I-Series. We will now get moved on to the pre-finals. So it might be 5-10 minutes for that. So if you need to go get a drink or anything, now is your time. All right, get ready for the first pre-final. Top 3 go straight through. Last place goes out. We're gonna get ready, get set, and go. Bad start from Hobnob from the front row. It's unfortunate for him. A little bit of contact there. It's Halfbaked. Goes out wide. I don't know if he lost spots there. Okay, he backs out turn 1. Oh, Eddie with the contact. It's unfortunate for him. Yeah, Halfbaked. I don't know if he lost spots, but then he backed out turn 1, so it's okay. Unfortunate for Eddie. Hopefully he can make a comeback, otherwise he's going to be out. Might be a penalty for that, though. I did not really directly see what happened. Haddock looks like he's struggling with FPS. Again, that's unfortunate for him. I think the format for this season, it's close to being what I want it to be, but there's just too many cars in these races. So I think next season we'll do 2 classes next season, basically, with the same amount of people total, just 2 different classes. As we see Raven go Joker up ahead, we have Halfbaked and Cryo battling it out behind. It's going to be Hobnob ahead of Raven. That's going to be Hobnob now up into the top 4, I believe. The leader is long gone, unless the leader's Haddock, but I don't think the leader's Haddock. No, there's Stealth way over there. Then Haddock, then Lawrence. So we'll watch now, everybody come through. There's Halfbaked, Cryo, Raven, and there's Eddie trying to make up the time lost. Not sure if Cryo has jokered yet. Raven goes on for a move on Cryo. In the background, good clean move from Raven. Stealth almost gets into the anti-cuts on the outside of turn 1. Bold driving from him. Gomen's doing the lap count. Thank you, Gomen, for that. Thank you, Cryo, and Haddock as well for doing it for other races. Just one less thing for me to do, and I really, really do appreciate y'all doing that. As Lawrence comes out of the Joker now next to Halfbaked. These two having a good battle. Puts Hobnob now up into 3rd position. I believe Hobnob has jokered. Pretty sure we were on board with him when he jokered. Still battle, though, between Lawrence and Halfbaked. Let's see if the Ruble Drive traction able to prevail. Yes, it does. 60s technology versus 2020s technology. Let's get a little bit of a lag hit here. Eddie now catching the back of the pack. Looks like Eddie's on the back of Cryo. Let's see if Eddie can get through to the final. Cryo's still struggling with that I-Series, unfortunately. Good driver from Open 4 season, just hasn't really melded with the 2-wheel drive cars. Drives in a little bit deep there. That's going to be the ticket Eddie needs to get through. So now we have the battle for 4th here. Halfbaked pulling away now from Lawrence. It's going to be Stealth, Hobnob, Halfbaked in that order as we move on to the 2nd to last lap. Stealth goes Joker up ahead. We'll see if Hobnob is able to do anything about that. Cryo's found the wall. It's unfortunate. Oh, Haddock as well. Haddock's in the Joker too. So that's going to be Haddock out into 3rd. So Haddock's going to have to hold off Halfbaked. Hobnob able to come back after his poor start. Passman not very good at starts, but very, very good over a lap. It's kind of the ebb and flow of front-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive. As Hobnob seems to be pulling away from Haddock here. We'll go on board with Haddock himself. There's Halfbaked. There's Haddock. Go on board with a little bit of hood cam. White flag now out. It really depend on Halfbaked, and Haddock has pulled enough of a gap on him. Hobnob here looks to be able to maintain the position. Eddie run quick laps after he had his little spin in turn 1. So we now go on board with Halfbaked. Still under review for sure, his lap 1, turn 1 going wide incident. But I don't think he gained any time. Certainly once he rejoined the track, he might have realized where he was and backed off. But if that was the cause of the incident with Eddie, we'll see. There might be a couple things. He might get flagged for an unsafe rejoin, if anything. But that is to be decided in the future. Decided in the now is your top 3 positions, and that is Stealth, Hobnob, Haddock, Halfbaked, Lawrence, Raven, and Eddie? Eddie or Cryo? Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Cryo. I don't know where Eddie's at. Uh-oh. Ah, it's unfortunate for Eddie. I don't know what happened to him. He looks like he might have crashed in the last lap. So it looks like it might be Cryo through. Limping it across the line. Might have blown the motor or something. But we will get moved on to the second pre-final. All right, getting ready now for the final pre-final of the day. We're gonna get ready, get set, turn off my UI, and go. Small contact there. Oh, Corny gets to the inside. That's unfortunate for him. Oh, big contact there. Oh, that looks like that was a lag death from somebody. Well, we've had a bunch of people go out immediately. That's unfortunate. Somebody might be getting disqualified if they lag killed somebody else. Looks like Marco's good. Planey might be out completely. Unfortunate for Planey. Not sure exactly what happened there in terms of lag or who lagged or what lagged. We will review after the race. I know Haddock's been recording. Very thankful for that for Haddock. Helping stewards get more angles. But can't think about that now. It's now between Septanos, Creeper, and Orion for second place. Goman out with the lead. Goman feeling sick this morning. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to race, and now he's in the lead. Oh, Orion just put Septanos in the tires. Okay, I think that might be what happened on lap 1. Is someone hit the tires in someone else's end, and then chaos erupted. So, noted. It's really just those tires that's the issue then. Septanos seems like he might be okay, but I'm not sure if he got put into the tires by Orion or not on his end. But yeah, that was perfect evidence of what might have happened in turn 1. Someone got put in the tires on someone's end and then lag killed somebody else, which there is, as of this week, a penalty provisional for that. If you lag kill some, you'll lose a position penalty equal to the amount of people you wrecked. So Creeper now trying to close the gap on Goman, old championship rivals from the open 4-wheel drive days. Septanos now giving Orion a little friendly move along. It's going to be a good move there to the inside from Septanos. Snow coming down outside. Hopefully my internet holds strong. It should. For anyone else too in the United States, hopefully everyone is doing alright with the snowstorm. Oh, speaking of storms, you got a storm of chaos here in front of Thunderbolt. Trying to pass Marco, who is very much on fire. I think Corny will look back into turn 1 incident. He spun around, but it kept him out of the other incident, so he might be thankful for it in a roundabout way. As I believe these front 4 still have not jokered. As we will get our UI app set. Be a little bit laggy here. I'm just gonna not edit. There we go. I just used the rally preset up here. There we go. So lap 4 out of 6 now. Server crashed, as I'm sure you saw on the broadcast between races. So I just had to make sure that the UI is now correct, so we can see laps as Creeper and Goman are now side by side up in the lead. Side by side for the lead. As we have a very slow car of Corny up ahead. It's going to be Creeper behind Corny. Let's see if Corny pulls out of the way. Goman goes Joker. I think that's a smart call from Goman, so that he doesn't get caught up with Corny. Corny just trying to still get around so he makes it to the final. Hopefully he doesn't hold anyone up too badly. He's definitely holding people up a little bit. Although, bad strategy from Goman perhaps as he comes out behind Great Matt. Not sure if Great Matt's jokered yet. Great Matt's a good driver, so he might have. Goman now looks inside of Great Matt. A little bit of contact there, but able to keep going. So now Goman just has to put his head down, see if he can gain time on Creeper. But considering Creeper ran him down, I think it's going to be Creeper's race to lose. Let's watch up ahead, see if Creeper goes Joker. Creeper does. Creeper, oh, it's final lap. So Septanos goes Joker, Orion goes Joker, everyone's Joker in front of Goman. So that's going to be Creeper coming out with the lead, but Goman's going to come out ahead of Septanos. Septanos might have the run though. Great Matt as well. Septanos to the left of Great Matt. So we'll go back here with him. Great Matt holds the lead for now. We'll see if he's able to hold it. Coming out of this dirt corner. This is where the rear-wheel drive car has been fast all day. Let's see if Septanos can do anything about it. Great Matt blocks beautifully. So that's going to be Septanos behind Great Matt. Unless Septanos can do anything into the final corner, it's going to be your top 3. Ending with Great Matt, Septanos in 4th. And this is your transfer position straight to the final. So, good strategy from Great Matt. He's going to get Septanos. Orion behind that. Very close race between the top 5. And of course, still have to review all of the chaos here that happened with Planey. Unfortunate for him. It looks like he might have got spun into the tires and caused the chaos. So unfortunate for him, fortunate for Corny. Marco's still on fire, but he's going to be able to make the finish. As well Monte Carlo. So it looks like at the moment, Corny and Planey are going to be the two going out, assuming penalties don't come into play. On to the LCQ next. But it might be a little bit as I review the chaos that happened on lap 1. Alright, we are now here for the LCQ for round number 2, limited 2-wheel drive. Top 3 get through. We're going to get ready, get set, and go. Green, green, green for everybody. Hopefully a little bit cleaner start. Lawrence into the runoff. I think good call from him. Hopefully he slows down and doesn't have a poor re-entry. Has a very poor re-entry. Only hurts himself in it though. Oh, Marco might have destroyed his steering. That was a hell of a track cut from Marco. There might be penalties for both of them immediately. But focusing forward, we have Orion and Halfbaked. Halfbaked got penalties from the semi-final. Septanos got DQ from the previous one for killing Planey on lap 1 for no reason. And then the Corny as well. Oh, Raven clips the anti-cut. Oh, and DQs himself. He didn't have to do that, but it's respectful, I guess. So that's Raven out. As we now have a battle. Marco up the inside of Thunderbolt. A little bit of a stern move, but not wrong, I would say. Contact between these two. Looks like Cryo's going to be battling over third. Doing Cryo and Planey at least. We'll stick on board with Cryo. As Planey comes out next to Lawrence. Gonna be able to get back up the inside of Lawrence. Those two have jokered, but both have potential penalties hanging over their head. Actually, Lawrence I don't think has. Marco has. Marco cutting the Joker entrance, race 1, and then Lawrence having a terrible re-entry. Or lap 1, I should say, not race 1. Lawrence went out to the pit lane area, as I'm sure you saw, and just the terrible re-entry. Both of those will likely be penalties. Halfbaked already got 1 penalty for that poor re-entry, and Lawrence is going to get at least the same penalty, if not worse. Because he actually caused contact. He didn't cause just people to avoid him. So, we'll see on that front, but it is likely he gets a penalty even if he does get through. That's going to be Cryo into the tires. Unfortunate there for Cryo. We'll tab over to the light here so we can take count of who. So Orion's in the lead, Halfbaked in second, and then the battle for third will be between, here's third, between Planey, Lawrence, Marco, Cryo, with Lawrence and Marco both likely going to get penalties. Planey, though, able to make a comeback. He started back row of the LCQ. And what's significant about that is he got taken out of the previous race, but with 2 penalties, he was able to get back through. Corny as well, Eddie's dad and teammate, said that he was not really looking forward to racing because of his lag, because there's so many cars. Which, again, we'll get that solved for next season. I think it's fun having this many cars, but it's just a little bit too intensive for most people's machines. And it's honestly too many cars for most tracks as well. So, next season we'll do something a little bit different. We'll still have the same amount of competitors, but 2 different championships. Likely looking at open and limited 4-wheel drive, but we shall see. But currently, with limited 2-wheel drive and this many cars, Planey is out in the lead. And, well, out in the lead of this pack, and I should say Orion and Halfbaked are way out in the lead. Can't even see him from where we're at. There's Halfbaked way over there, and there's Orion. I assume Halfbaked is already jokered with the gap that's been built. Lawrence trying to put pressure on Planey now, trying to catch back up. But that is your race. That's checkered flag, Orion, Halfbaked, Planey, your top 3. And any penalties don't really matter because they weren't top 3. So top 3 are clean, they're good to go. Beyond that, penalties will just be for future consideration and warnings. So we'll now get into our final. All right, here we go for the final. We're going to get ready, 8-lap race, get set, and go. Clean start here from everybody. I want to say hello to Spittle in the chat as well. I saw you saying what's up in the YouTube. I don't know if you're still around, but hello. Thank you everybody who's been watching, even if it's like 5 people. It's cool to see. And of course everyone watching after the fact too. I appreciate that. So we already have a Joker there from Hobnob. Great Joker strategy from him to Joker early, get out of traffic. All day he's been quick with bad starts. So that is a good strategy call from him. Go-Man battling out here with the Team Ichiban cars. Tale as old as time from the Open 4-Wheel Drive Championship. Which again, I've said it before, but that'll be returning in the fall. All summer I'm going to be busy, so we'll be hosting one-off events when I can. But for a championship, it'll be next fall, next winter kind of vibe. So same time as it was in 2025, but a couple more rounds this year. With that said, the championship leaders for most of the championship in Open 4-Wheel Drive lead the way here in Limited 2-Wheel Drive as well. You have Stealth, followed by Creeper, followed by Go-Man. Orion putting pressure on Go-Man as well. Half-Baked and Great Matt Go Joker. Hobnob's gonna be able to get both of them. I think Hobnob's an outside chance of the win here. He's got clean air, and he's been able to run clean all day. I think he certainly has a good chance of a podium in that Pessima, which is good to see. The only Pessima out here, and he's been putting in work with it. This Go-Man puts on a defense ahead of Orion. The electric Vivasses seem to have not worked as well today. Not any of them here in the final. At least I don't think. I'd have to double check the grid. If I'm Orion, I think I'm going Joker. Yep, good call, Orion. He's getting caught up behind Go-Man, so he's going to have to try and make time. I don't think he'll come out ahead of Hobnob, but he might. Nope, Hobnob's going to get it. So we'll do Shift C. Check out the grid. So Hobnob, Orion, Half-Baked, Great Matt, and then Planey and Haddock having a battle. Haddock, unfortunately, still not able to run high FPS. Just another product of too many cars. But Team Ichiban battle for the lead is strong. Looks like Go-Man is rocking a consistent third. Creeper, though, we're going to go up here with him. These two have been known to get the hustles in the past, so we're going to follow along. We're going to hop on board here with Creeper. Right-hand drive mirror bars for the both of them. Both Toge specialists from the past, now RallyCross drivers. So they've been getting used to the system, and these cars certainly are more akin to the Toge cars that they would have driven in the past. Creeper makes a little mistake there, runs wide into the bushes. Those bushes will slow you down. That's going to give Stealth the lead. Stealth in rounds past has been known for cracking under pressure, so let's see if he can hold on to it. Certainly, either way it goes, Team Ichiban should be happy. Oil overheating on my end. I doubt that's the same for Creeper, but he might be dealing with oil problems, having cracked his oil pan in one of the jumps. So we'll look in the background and see if Go-Man has jokered yet. He has not. Let's see. Orion putting pressure on Hobnob. Hobnob really just in that position because of good strategy. We'll jump now to Orion, see if he can get a move down on Hobnob. A little bit of contact there for them too, but no harm, no foul. Orion cut back here, going to be side by side. This is going to be good news for Go-Man. Hobnob around the outside though. It's the superior stability of that Pessima. I think it's lighter as well, his car. No, they're probably about the same, 1240 kilograms. So that is Hobnob ahead of Orion, but Orion looking for some moves. Go-Man goes Joker now. Good call from Go-Man. I don't know if he has an idea of what's happening behind him, but if he does, I think it's smart. Is he going to come out ahead of these two? We're going to be 3 wide on Joker exit. Hobnob slides in front of him, does a slide job. Go-Man now looking to the inside of Orion. Oh, contact there between these guys. We have a heck of a battle. We're going to go on board now with Hobnob, try to get more of a centralized view of the pack. We have a 5-way battle for third. Great Matt now looks to the inside of Hobnob. Oh, I think that he was there, Hobnob. They both survived, but they're going to lose time. Half-Baked sideways in the background, now looking for a move. Hobnob able to carry the speed around the outside. Let's see if anything is going to happen here between these. At the back of the pack battle there, we're going to go now up to Creeper. Those two, it looks like Stealth may have Joker. Go now. Where is Go-Man? Oh, issue there for Planey in turn 1. Go now to Go-Man. See if he's able to put a move back on Orion. Orion's been very quick in that Vivas. See if Go-Man can do anything about it. as mentioned a couple times, Goman had a sick day this morning and wasn't sure if he was going to make it, so he might be feeling a little bit fatigued. So we look in the distance. Let's see over here who comes out in the lead. It's going to be Stealth in the lead. So we'll maintain these. There's a big gap for the lead. Orion goes defensive. We'll watch here for these two. Stealth, big gap. Looks like Hobnob's pulled back out a gap. Goman, though, still looking for a move on Orion. Orion goes defensive yet again. Goman misses the apex. I think that was his last chance. If he got a good run out of there, that might have been it. But looks like it's going to be Orion holding on for third. But of course, Stealth and Creeper. 1-2 for Ichiban. Stealth with a win. Creeper in second. Good battle for them all race. Orion in third. Goman in fourth. Hobnob fifth. It's between Halfbaked and Great Matt. Halfbaked, ooh, that was a little sketchy. That might get reviewed. And then there is Havoc. So, as usual, I will get all the positions for everybody, and then we will get on to driver interviews, as we're 4 minutes past time. Good, good, good. All right, let me get the positions, and then driver interviews. Okay, Orion, you are live. How was your experience today? Highest place front-wheel drive car, turbo Vivas, a little bit different in terms of setup for your vehicle in general. How was your experience today at the industrial circuit? Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, I can see the battle scars of racing on your front bumper, but overall, I think you did a really good job and you kept it clean most of the day, so... I think it's good to see a little bit of a different manufacturer up here. I think you're the highest placed turbo car, too, that we've had so far, so... Yes. Yep, there you go. All right, well, hope to see you next week in Marietta. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. All right. Yeah, yeah, the car should be good there. So yeah, we'll see you in Marietta. But good job today, Ryan, and good race, and thank you for being here. All right, Creeper, we are live. Second place for you today. Maybe not quite as good as Red Rock, but still a very solid points day for you. Good battle there with your teammate at the end. Any memories from Lone Star come back to you when you were battling and you maybe took it a little bit easier, or did you not think about teammate relations? There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a good points day for Team Ichiban, able to extend the points advantage. Yeah. Yeah. Moving on to Marietta next week, how do you think the rear-wheel drive Miramar will do? Oh, it's true. Yeah, you did the 70s Rallycross event we did. That is very true. Yeah, that's a good point. Gotcha, okay. Well, I'll be curious to see how it goes, and congrats. I mean, you're maintaining your championship lead, I'm sure of that. So, congrats on that, and I'll see you next week at Marietta. All right, our winner of the day, Stealth Knight, finally able to put a full race together. Congrats, Stealth, on your win today. Fastest or number one qualifiers too, I believe. Number one qualifier as well, I believe. So perfect weekend for you. It's got to feel good to get the monkey off your back, so to speak, in terms of that. I know you've been fast before, but you haven't really been able to put it together. So, what do you have to say in that regard? Yeah, it was good to see you up front all day, and I think it was good to see you finally finish where you deserved in terms of pace. So, I already asked Creeper, but how do you think the Miramar will do next week in Marietta? Okay, yeah, so you think you just need more traction on the gravel? Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing it. Hopefully you can maintain the solid run for Team Ichiban 1-2 today, and should only extend the team championship lead. Wait, thank you for being here. All right, that was our winner of the day, Stealth. Man of few words, but man of many talents. Clean swept the weekend yet again, so that's 2 clean sweeps for Ichiban, but 2 different drivers. So we'll have to see how the points shake out ahead of next week in Marietta. But until then, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you for yet some more Rallycross next week.